Hello. Welcome back to Mr. Weather Updates. In today's video, again, this is a little different actually. Instead of doing a normal weather forecast per se, there's a bit of weather forecasting going on now. We'll look at what's going to be going on with the extreme heat wave that is going to be accompanying throughout this week. I think where it stops is actually Saturday, so it's quite long lengthy. Look at the temperatures that are possible for that. So, like, how high temperatures are going to get and where it is. And look at the weather warnings. And as I expected, a red warning has been issued for heat. And that is in quite a widespread area. That is on Wednesday and Thursday. We still have an amber warning for tomorrow, again. We've all, and quite a few actually. That is spreading more north, and actually the amber warning has got more north, even to Yorkshire areas, as I expected. Manchester area as well, Lancashire, which is exceptional for them to get that an amber heat warning. But we have a look at the red weather warning, which will accompany quite a lot of areas. So, looking at the red warning, again, red warnings, you should be taking these seriously by now. I mean, yellow warnings, maybe your destruction, but nothing really too impactful. And warnings where it gets more serious, I will take action. Then it's red warning, you have to take action. You can't ignore it. Changes are going to have to be made, and you're going to have to do something about it. So, very serious. So we have to make sure we are doing what we need to do for this heat. How to stop making better this heat, rather than suffering, because this is going to be exceptional. Okay? So, so it's a red warning, and it's quite a lengthy red warning. It's from Wednesday on to Thursday. So there's an exceptional spell of hot and humid weather. So unfortunately, there's a lot of humidity as well. Not as bad on Thursday, I don't think, though. Across the region, a lot of impacts, especially to the population again. Adverse health impacts, again, like I've said the other day. Lots of illnesses can happen in extreme heat, such as danger to life, heat stroke, whatever, etc. Again, schools may close, working may have to, or rescheduling at the very least. It just depends on the school, but if that has happened, routines may have to be changed, again, for transport as well. Failure to heat sensitive systems and equipment, that can also be the national grid as well. So there could be some loss of power outages as well. So you may have to get like an emergency power pack just in case that had to happen. Again, since there are more people going to the coastline, as you can see here, why that would happen. Because you can see in the East Coast, there's no amber or red warnings yet, anyway. A lot cooler there by the looks of it. Since we've not got, I'll have to look at the temperatures, but most likely they're going to go in that area. It's going to be absolutely packed because that they want to get away from the heat and get in the ocean. But remember, people also may want to go into rivers and them as well as etc. Which again, as you know, cold water shop. If it's very high temperatures, there's like a 20-degree decrease, which is a cold water shock. Your body cannot handle that, which is, understandable. Again, as you would expect, delays to roads, road closures, delays onto rail. Again, our infrastructure is not possible to do that, especially at rails, so they can get overheated. Tarmacs can as well. So what should you do? Of course, please drink plenty of water, lots of sun cream. UV levels are high as well, and bring a hat. So yeah, and again, if there's any emergency, you can ring the telephone line. So the detail is this. Again, large population. Wales probably are going to actually break their record as well, actually, because it's something like above 37 degrees. I think the highest record was 37.1 Celsius, and we might actually break that. There's a very, very small chance we could break the UK all-time high record, and we'll look at that in a minute. Again, it's very likely we're going to see some very devastating impacts through the sea, because the heat's quite widespread. Wales, England, central and southern areas of England as well. I say widely, it's going to get to 37 or 38 degrees. That's widely. An isolated area, it's saying here, we could see 38 to 40 degrees, which is an absolutely exceptional heat. Never seen I've never imagined, You're forecasting that, really. I mean, that is actually absurd. Even on this channel, I think we may have saw some heat waves going into low, maybe mid-30s, but nowhere near like this, this is ridiculous. Again, unfortunately, high humidity, obviously, I think in general, I think high humidity is a lot more dangerous than it being too dry, because obviously, as you expect, when you sweat, that will, you're going to have more dehydration. You can't breathe because the air is so close. I mean, especially asthma areas. I mean, asthma people, coughed, all that, lung conditions as well. So, yeah, discomfort and health impacts. Again, and that's not just the daytime temperatures, it's also the nighttime temperatures, which is going to be absolutely exceptional as well, where we could still see very warm nights and very high humidity as well. Probably not even dropping below 20 Celsius some nights, which is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I only struggle to sleep in like 16 degrees. Imagine what 20 degrees would feel like. It's ridiculous. So yeah, very, very serious heat there. And you can see why it's a red warning. It's literally got a very likelihood, so it's definitely likely now. Strong and very high impact. So no escaping this heat. We have to take action. We have a very wide, quite a seriously wide amber warning as well, within that red area as well. A lot of areas are in this amber warning. Again, more hot and humid weather is expected. I'm not going to read all that, I've just done it for now. But again, widely in these areas, we can still see quite high temperatures, mid to high 30s are possible in the amber area. This has a medium likelihood and a high impact. Unlikely for this one to get a red warning. We'll see. It's possible, actually. If the heat had to extend down north, which it is actually, it could actually get into a red warning. So we'll have to see. It's possible that red warning could actually get extended. Or at the very least, the amber warning getting more extended to the northern areas as well. So we'll see what happens there. So yeah, that's basically what we need. And I think that's all the warnings. Again, we have gone through the other amber warning on Tuesday. Again, that's the first day of the heat. We've already gone through it, but again, this is not as... It's probably the coolest of Wednesday and Thursday, I think. Well, no, today was the coolest, actually. It's got highs still in mid-30s today, though. So temperatures are likely to go to low to mid-30s, with mid-30s on Tuesday, so we can see for widely 35 Celsius. This has a slight different one. This has got a medium likelihood and a medium impact, so it's not as insignificant heat as the one on Wednesday and Thursday, basically. But a lot of areas are getting that heat. So I want to quickly have a look at the daily high and low temperatures from netweather.com. If I can find it, there we go. We'll see how high the temperatures got today, which is most likely concentrated in the southeast areas. I'm not going to take these too literally. I'm going to see what I think I would have got. But allegedly got to 33.7 in Jersey Airport, perhaps even rising more. But we're getting towards 34 Celsius, so definitely starting to get that heat built in, which is quite, scary. So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens there. But yeah, basically 33. I think won't take these too literally, but I think it got around 35. I'd say today's highest temperature is probably 34. So probably somewhere between 33 and 34 Celsius, which will be reasonable. So we'll look at the humidity though, because the humidity levels are going to be no point looking at that. Humidity will be very high as well. Just looking at this onto NetWeather, we've actually got a chance of thunderstorms for. We'll look at this actually. Where these are isolated and they may originate in the southwestern areas, but when they do happen, it's going to cause some impacts. There's a severe warning for that. There's no Met Office warning for this, but still, could be quite significant. Where these thunderstorms do happen, could have some severe thunderstorms with large hail, gusty winds, perhaps even an isolated tornado. Not out of the question, but we'll have to see what happens there. Perhaps even, obviously, heavy rain, flooding, and frequent lightning is possible in these areas. If you're in the yellow areas, which is more like widespread areas like Cornwall area, central southern England, and most of Wales, so most like South Wales and Mid Wales, Could still see some strong thunderstorms, flash flooding, hail, strong winds, and again frequent lightning. If you're in the blue area, less likely one, probably a weak isolated thunderstorm possible with the odd rumble of thunder, with some heavy rain possible. We're a bit more uncertainty for that. These are coming from the southwest. Now, it is actually some thunderstorms popping up on the radar already, which is happening in Exeter area. And what's happening is going gradually more northeast as we speak, actually. So we'll have to see what happens there. So the point ends up in that area. Okay, so let's have a look at the... Let's have a look. Which one should we look at? I'll look at the UKV. I think the UKV, in my opinion, is kind of underdoing the temperatures just a little bit. So, I may add a few other degrees on, just to get that extra security. So, obviously, I think when it does get the update, it should be more accurate. So, let's see how accurate it was, actually, with today's temperature. So, UKV said today would be about 33, 30... Oh, let me just see if I can... there we go. So, UKV did actually do it quite well today, actually. Seeing about 32, 33 Celsius. When it did get to about 33 Celsius today, so very accurate with that, which is quite good. Off the UKV, which is usually good at doing that on a day, actually, with a short-term temperatures. So that's one good thing about that. So, now go over to Tuesday, with the first day of the severe heat wave. Widely 35 Celsius, so mid-30s, perhaps even high 30s, in southeastern areas, southern central areas, southwestern areas. Even spreading further north, we can still even see in Yorkshire 32 Celsius, even 33 is possible. Scotland, it's sort of spreading to Scotland as well. We can still see 26 Celsius in Scotland, but it's in this core of heat here, south, so just mostly Midlands, southern areas of England. We could see widely 35 Celsius. We could see widely 35 Celsius, but in some areas we see 36, perhaps even 37 Celsius. And that's only the start of the heat wave. It's going to get even hotter onto Wednesday and Thursday. So let's have a look. This is Thursday. It's getting even worse. And not to mention that the nighttime temperatures could be some of these records of the nighttime temperatures could be broken. Still lingering. Some areas even low to mid 20s in the overnight temperatures, and this that's 3 a.m. and that's literally an average temp. If I saw that in a normal June day, that would be the average temperatures, which is the average temperature. I mean, but this is the nighttime temperature, which is ridiculous. I remember the humidity levels on here will be very high as well. So, just be aware of that. Obviously. Again, I'm not the expert on how to cool down, but again, put a few fans on. Try to open the windows at night, then close them during the day as well. That could help. Because it wouldn't let all the heat in. Because sometimes indoors can be cooler than the outdoors, so don't add that excessive heat in. So we can see some. Looking into Wednesday. Very extreme ones going on. Widely, again, not as hot as I thought in Scotland, actually. It's a bit toned down, especially in Glasgow area. I think the hottest day will be on Tuesday, perhaps Thursday as well. But, again, still widely in northern areas, either high 20s, low 30s. But, again, same areas, central southern areas could be widely 37 Celsius, perhaps even 38, even a little chance of 39 Celsius in Bristol area, Cardiff, Plymouth area, which is in the southwest. Now looking over to Thursday, let's have a look. Even hotter weather. Even that heat is even spreading to Scotland, southeastern Scotland, we could see 30 Celsius, perhaps even 31 Celsius in Glasgow, which is quite very above average, quite significantly above average for Glasgow. I don't know what the average is for there. I think it's like 17 Celsius or something, but very hot conditions for them indeed. But again, and that heat is spreading quite a lot in the north. 33, 34 Celsius possible in areas in Yorkshire and the southwest, northwest Lancashire. Again, 33, 32 Celsius. Then we've got the core of heat. Look how widespread. We're widely talking about 35 Celsius or more in this core of heat, which is like half of the UK, which is here. But in central southern areas, we could see easily 37, 38, perhaps 39, and even locally even hotter than that, which is ridiculous. That could actually break some serious records there. Again, not to mention, still very high. I'm going backwards, I know, but still very high nighttime temperatures for Friday. Still lingering at like even high 20s in the east as we get the fresh air coming. Friday should be much cooler. I mean, nearly a contrast actually. Look at it, it's so much cooler on Friday because we've got more precipitation around, and we'll look at that in a minute. But still, it's still a bit above average actually. You can see Scotland's toned down a little bit. Still actually, in northeastern areas, you can still see 26, 27 degrees in Aberdeenshire. I think that's due to the Thurn effect again. But widely in northern England, low, perhaps mid-20s. I think the core of the heat will be concentrated in East Midlands, Eastern Anglia, Lincolnshire area, where we could see 28, 29, perhaps seeing 30 Celsius in Norfolk, but nowhere near as hot as it was, as we are about to see coming up. Now looking over to the precipitation. See if there's any significant precipitation at that moment. But we have got some thundery showers moving up, and it's moving northeast, which could split into some midland areas and also into southern areas. Perhaps create some thunderstorms, but not really. Well, other than other than perhaps Tuesday could be a bit cloudy, which could actually suppress a bit the temperatures a little bit. With some perhaps more high cirrus clouds most likely affecting there, but not too bad. I think it's where Wednesday we have like the lesser cloud cover. I think it's where Thursday it's getting a little bit more uncertain because we can still see some thunder showers and thick cloud cover in where the hottest temperatures are. So that's why we've got a little bit of uncertainty. It depends when that weather front comes in, where it's most likely the Midlands getting that area. As we expect, thunderstorms are possible in that area, but it's thunderstorms are possible in any time of the day, though. So we have to see that. So that is basically mine on that heat. I'm not going to look at the GFS or ECM today because this is more for short-term forecast and more focusing currently on the heat, which is going to be exceptional. I could do some later actually on looking at the GFS tomorrow and see how the heat is even intensified. It can even get hot actually, depending when that weather front starts to move in from the northwest basically. So, which is probably got some thunderstorms as well. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay safe in the heat when it comes, and I'll see you later.